Welcome to Consumer Law, What Is It Good For? The series where we look at and consider and try to answer common questions put to us at Stormcatcher Law, both by clients and through our legal advice helpline. And today's question is from Nick, and he asks, my engine has failed and I want to reject the car, but I've been told the dealer has the right to repair it and I have to accept a replacement engine. Is that right? So by way of some background to this question, that Nick bought a 2017 Land Rover Discovery from a car dealer for about £24,000. It had about 50,000 miles on the clock when he bought it, and it's fitted with the 2-litre Ingenium engine. And after about 5 months of ownership, the vehicle engine seized. It failed. And after some toing and froing between Nick and the dealer informed Nick that he has the right to repair that vehicle and he would be repairing it by replacing the engine with a second-hand or reconditioned unit. But Nick doesn't want a replacement engine, he just wants his money back. So, to look at this question, the starting point, as the dealer alludes to, is the Consumer Rights Act 2015. And the rule is that in the eventuality the vehicle lacks conformity to the contract, that's to say something goes wrong with it, after 30 days but within 6 months of delivery, the first tier consumer remedy is the right to have the vehicle repaired. And it is only after that repair has been completed and is proven to be unsuccessful does the right to reject arise. But we know with law and with many things in life, there are exceptions to the rule. For example, in this case, we know that the dealer can decline to repair the vehicle if the cost of that repair is disproportionate. We also know there are some circumstances that simply cannot be repaired. For example, if the vehicle or the goods don't match their description, we can't make that right after the event. And similarly, if the seller doesn't own the goods, if they don't have title to them, they can't make that good. So to help us understand more about this right to repair rule, we look at the common law, that's to say case law. And the position of the common law is simply that in circumstances when there's a breach of contract, the innocent party is required to be put into the position they would have been had the contract been properly performed so far as money can do. And that usually amounts to the cost of the repair. But we know from road traffic accidents and collisions that where damage is caused to the vehicle, that it's not enough just to pay for that damage to be repaired, because the very fact that it's been damaged and repaired can have a negative impact on its market value. So when we look at this situation from Nick, we're saying that there are potentially two parts to this. That on the one hand, the dealer potentially could replace the engine and enable the vehicle to be used as it was before the engine seized. But on the other hand, that Nick would suffer loss because the vehicle no longer has its original engine. The odometer, the mileage reading, no longer matches the vehicle engine. And finally, the service history is now irrelevant because it now is not demonstrative of the way that the vehicle engine has been maintained. So to help us some more to decide which is the best route here for Nick to take, we look at the old law, the Sale of Goods Act 1979. Here, the law suggests that the buyer can reject the vehicle simply for the failure of the seller to deliver the vehicle that conforms to the contract. And it would be an odd set of circumstances if the new consumer rights law put consumers in a worse position than they were under the old law. So it seems to me, on balance, that Nick should be entitled to reject the vehicle simply because the replacement of the vehicle engine does not adequately compensate him for the losses that he's suffered. It is possible for the dealer to compensate Nick for that reduction of value, but I don't think that's what the dealer intends, and quite simply that's what Nick wants. So overall, in this particular set of circumstance, the right to reject arises and Nick should be entitled to his money back. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video useful. Please keep your questions coming.